Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Great Gibraltar Draft with Hound Dogs. We're at the end of the season. We've flew through since being knocked out of the Champions League and European competition altogether, and we are at the end of the season. So before we jump into it and show you kind of what's happened, what our season review is and everything like that, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more of this content. Now, we have won the league very comfortably in the end. It's 16 points clear. Officially, the league hasn't actually finished yet. Monscalp could still get another win, but I mean, we'd still be 13 points clear, so it's really not something I'm too concerned about. But we will jump to the season review in a moment. But I just wanted to kind of show you how the competitions have ended. We have managed to win our three trophies. We won the Pepe Reyes Cup and Gibraltar Intermediate League Cup, so we got that very nicely done. Absolutely smashed it against Lions in the Pepe Reyes Cup. 7-5 in the first leg. Rog scoring, Luis Pedro coming up from the youth team to play in that one, as well as obviously Ballard getting assists and goals, and Sourdough, Murray, Perotte got involved now as well. So we've got a few players in there that have kind of come up from the youth side. Jan Polski also coming up as well. So 7-5 victory in the end for that one, and then a 2-1 win in the second leg again. Very comfortable. Dagaang and Luis Pedro getting the goals there. Rog in attacking midfield and Sourdough with the assists. And then we also won again in the Intermediate League Cup. 2-0 overall. It was the first leg where we won the game, and the second leg was boring as anything. But it was Rog getting the goal there, and Luis Pedro coming off the bench. So as you can see, Luis Pedro's actually started to play in the side, and he's coming good so far. 14 finishing obviously helps a lot. Playing up top, he's got the pace as well, so he looks very exciting. An exciting player that I'm looking forward to using next season, especially. Now, we have had a few transfers actually to make note of before we go any further. Now, we have got a couple coming in and a couple leaving in preparation for next season. Now, with that said, let's make sure we find them. So the first one is Milos Vasich. He's gone to Man United. Unfortunately, they met his release clause, which is fine. It's a profit for the club. 5.75 million. He's played 4 games for United already, so it was quite nice to see one of our players go to a top team like that. And another one who went was João Alves. Again, 3.3 million was his release clause. He's gone to Inter Milan. Again, a profit, so I'm fine with that. And he's also contributed to their season already. Again, playing pretty well for them as well. So that's fine. I think it was only so long we were going to be able to hold on to him because of the quality they had. We did also have Misui leave, £5 million to Al Ain. They came in and said, how much would you accept? I was kind of like, well, I mean, if we could accept 5 million, and that'd be a good bit of money to the budget that for next season. We'd have made 3 million profit. It would have worked, and they kind of went, yes, okay, and they're paying a lot more money than we could pay them anyway. Then we've also had Ivan Ceranic as well. El Shabab came in from Saudi Arabia. They said, how much would you accept? I said 7.5 million. And they went, okay. I wasn't quite expecting that one to work. But, hey, we brought him in for 1 million. He's spent a long time with us, 6 years. This season performing very, very well. 17 goals and 7 assists in 20 appearances. So we got some money for him, which, again, I'm pretty happy with. He was a very, very good player for us. But I'm fine with it. I'm fine with him moving on and us kind of getting a bit of cash for him. But we have brought in a couple of players already for on the lower side now. We've got Giovanni Flores from America, £1.5 million. A centre-half, 18 years old, played for Mexico's under-23s. Looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the signing, to be honest. 1.3 million. He's in our under-23s at the moment, but we'll probably bring him up next year, thinking about it. With that, we might be looking at changing the formation because we have a lot of centre-halves and we might as well make the most of them if we've got them. We're also brought in Milan Trilovic. He's also gone back out on loan to Red Star, but we signed him for 1.6 million. Again, a winger with who looks very nice. 18 bravery, 19 determination, 14 flair, some nice agility and stuff. He's 5'2", so a small guy, but he's already made appearances for Serbia's under-21s, and hopefully that will kind of continue from Red Star, and we can make a bit of cash off him, like we did with someone else from Red Star, Milos Vasich. So hopefully that'll work out. And then we've also brought in John Basilio from Universitario for 400k. He's come in. 20 years old, Peruvian, attacking midfielder to play in that hole, basically to replace Ceranic. That was kind of my thought process. And again, first touch at 16, dribbling 14, technique 15, teamwork off the ball, flair 17, bravery 18. There's a few holes in his game, the passing and vision, probably the only ones that I'm a little bit concerned about. But hopefully, if we can manage to work on those, then I think he could certainly be someone who can kind of change games for us with that bit of flair in there. But like I say, we've spent 8.75 million this season. 25 million has been received as well. So we've made money at the end of the day. But we've still got a little bit of transfer funds, 9.38 million and 108k per week. We've got Mance coming in at the end of this season, who, to be honest, I think is probably not going to stick around for very long. Let's say that anyway. But hey ho, I think this season, after getting knocked out of it's kind of a write-off. We write off this year. We start again afresh next year. Hopefully we'll do a lot better. It didn't help the fact that I decided to not register a goalkeeper. But let's jump to the season review and see what the board think and what plans are next year, as we've only got 3 seasons to go before we'll finish things up, and we'll set them on their way and see how they can do from there. But let's jump ahead. Here we are then, end of season review. 3 trophies for the season, all domestic, of course. But yeah, let's take a look. So Sacramento was the star signing. The board's very, very happy with him coming in on a free. I think he's been very good. 5 assists as well. We're kind of trying to develop him as a centre half, so not bad at all. Elio Pardo, again, I think was a very good signing from us from Europa FC. Luis Pedro coming in as like kind of an academy player effectively, but he's looking very, very good, especially the latter stages of the season. So exciting about him next year. Nico Perotte, he started to play games as well, looked very, very good. Jan Paluski's probably the only one that they're a little bit concerned about, but I reckon he'll come good. I think he just needs a bit of time to get into the club, so I'm not too concerned. Now, transfers out, obviously the big one was Ceranic, as we saw, but there was a few players obviously there that have left us this season, and will be leaving us, or have left us just before the end of the season as well. So that's to note. And of course, there are a few loans out where we'll be taking a look at. Ramon Willian was one of them that went to College 75 for a little bit, just to give him a bit of game time. Same with Lucio Flavio. He's gone to Colos. So we'll see kind of how they fit in next year as well. That's probably the only thing, is fitting them in. Now, season-wise, losing to Mons Calp and Europa FC. Europa FC we lost to because, well, I mean, we had a lot of jaded players. We had a lot of games in the last kind of 2-3 weeks, and it kind of caught up with us a little bit. But it wasn't too much of a worry. We had already won the league. Only 2 losses all season. Otherwise, winning every single game. We've smashed things. We've made it look easy, basically. But still, great attendance. Naranjo, top goal scorer. Excellent stuff. Champions League, we don't really need to see that because, we didn't have a goalkeeper for most of it. But winning the, which one's this one? Pepe Reyes Cup, Lincoln Red Imps, Mons Camp and Lions, we beat quite comfortably all the way through. And then Intermediate League Cup as well. Again, comfortable victories all round. Biggest win was a 9-0 win against Lincoln, where Ceranic, Ballard, Masui, Naranjo and Vasich all got goals. We also got a 7-0 win against Derry City, as I'm actually remember, where Sawadogo, Alves, Vasich and Ceranic, 3 of those players who not actually at the club anymore, scoring. And then also Ceranic's goal in that game was goal of the season. But again, he has now left us. Merchandise sales, annual revenue, all that sort of stuff. Revenue-wise, lot less. We didn't get into knockouts, so that explains it really. But shirt sales, Pelez, Salafu, Ballard, Sawadogo, Naranjo, all selling their shirts. Pelez, one of the newer players as well. So that's quite good to see. He only came in at the end of last season. So quite nice to see that he's involved. Now, looking at the lineup, this is how they feel we lined up most. Sacramento, Murray, Mbayamba, Dagaang. Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, Ceranic, look, there it says 6.3. I mean, that is not... I'm guessing that's from his transfer because he definitely wasn't on the 6.3 when he played for us. That's a bit weird. Month to month, though, we won a few monthly awards. Fans Player of the Year, though, Dane Murray. Daniel Pelez got Young Player of the Season. And signing of the season was Camilo Sacramento. Top goal scorer, Naranjo. And then most assists, Yurasuba in there as well. Most appearances, Maximiliano Romero. And top goal scorer. We'll see if we can get in a little match for his 10 years at the club next season. But he got European Golden Shoe as well, apparently. I think that was for last year, thinking about it, because he didn't score anywhere near as many this year. But there you go. That is it for the season. Only a few seasons to go. Hopefully next year will be better. We'll have to kind of rebuild a little bit because there are a few players that obviously have left. But we've got a few players in there that should be good. But Gibraltar National League, the Intermediate League Cup and Pepe Reyes Cup were what we've won. Continuing the tradition of winning all three trophies. Running the show in the country, but hopefully next year it might be a little different for Europe as we'll actually have keepers available. But there you go, we will leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, let me know how you think we're going to do in the last couple of seasons at the club, and I will catch you in the next one.